I'm your host, T. Mitchell Bell, and we're here with Amy Andrews live in the studio. How you doing, Amy?
I'm doing well, thank you.
And thank you so much for making the drive here from Baltimore today. And we really appreciate you coming on the show.
It's my pleasure.
Normally, I ask everybody to just kind of dig in and play a song right away, kind of shake the nerves off and so forth. What are you going to do for us?
I'm going to play Home.
This is Amy Andrews on Acoustic Songs Live.
Oh, you feel like home. Oh, you feel like home to me, baby. Oh, you feel like home. You feel like home to me. It hadn't felt safe to put my feet down. Nothing felt familiar in this 2-mile town. My days had been split looking for somewhere to try and fit, longing for the way things once had been. Who'd have thought in this place, with the soil turned up to the heat of the day, and all the names done worn away, that I'd find hope here. Oh, you feel like home. Oh, you feel like home to me, baby. Oh, you feel like home. You feel like home to me. There's no water here, no breeze off the Chesapeake Bay, but they've got sweet gum trees and heat that goes for days. Watch the leaves change before autumn ever breaks. Sit beneath this old pine and soak up her shade. Oh, we feel like home. Oh, we feel like home to me, baby. Oh, we feel like home. You feel like home to me.
Very nice, very nice. One of my favorites that I was listening to from your new release on, so live at the Red Clay Theater.
Yeah, thank you.
It's like the first song on that CD, and was checking it out last night. And it sounds exactly like that, exactly like how it sounded through these headphones. How's your mix? Good? It's too loud.
I'm just gonna take one ear off.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I can adjust it right. You can right there behind there. So Amy Andrews, originally from Baltimore, Maryland, right?
Yeah.
And you make your home in Decatur, Georgia, outside of Atlanta now. Yeah. Well, how did you wind up going from? Well, I guess it is south of the Mason-Dixon line.
I know.
You know, Baltimore is south of the Mason-Dixon line.
I think it's kind of a unique state, like identity-wise, because I feel like the South doesn't really feel like it's a southern state, and the North doesn't really feel like it's a northern state. It's firmly mid-Atlantic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope you're not a Ravens fan, because that's like you're like Steeler country.
Oh. I'm definitely a Steelers fan, or I would be if I knew anything about football.
That's cool. Oh, okay, cool.
No, but I'm a huge Orioles fan.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, I moved to Atlanta about 4 years ago now, and I had been in a sort of classical folk trio in Baltimore with some other classical musicians, a cellist and a classical guitarist. And the guitarist was originally from Atlanta, and we would occasionally tour down to Georgia, and we always had like a remarkable turnout. Even if it wasn't number-wise, it was just a really good listening crowd. And in Baltimore, there were a lot of conservatory musicians because of Peabody, and it was kind of like they didn't find it to be exceptional playing necessarily, and they didn't think it was experimental or interesting enough. So I was like, I'm going to go where people actually like what I'm doing. So I just moved there.
Yeah. I can understand that. Pittsburgh's really not known for being a music town, and having crowds come out and actually listen to your songs and be engaged rather than being background music, while people watch sports teams on at the bar. It definitely.
Not that doesn't still happen to me now.
Okay.
I recently had someone hire me to come play in their home, not a house concert, so I wasn't expecting it to be really a listening crowd, but they hired me to come play, and they put me right in front of the television so that they could watch while they were also listening. Like they wanted to watch a football game while they were also listening to me. So I was like, wow. I'm not Barbra Streisand yet.
Wow. That must have been interesting. I think that might have been like, was there like was there like a battle going on for, okay, we're going to have some music today, or we're going to watch football?
Maybe.
Thing?
It did seem like the crowd was a little bit split.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's
there you go.
So, well, you must have made quite an impression, because I was looking here at some of your press, and you were voted Simply Buckhead as one of the artists to watch, a singer-songwriter on the rise.
It's a local magazine that's put out in Atlanta, and they named the top 6 artists in Atlanta, I think, and it was like someone who is a visual artist, and then there was an actor that was also named one of the top artists in Atlanta to watch, but there were only 6 of us, and so the actor was like also that week in Vanity Fair, and she's on Homeland. And so it was just felt like, wow, this is a big deal. People actually like me and are listening. So.
Wow, awesome. Yeah. And featured in, was it Ms. Magazine?
Yeah, Ms. Magazine.
Did they do a write-up?
They did a teeny tiny little write-up, but they put me right beside a big picture of Gloria Steinem, so it felt good.
Oh, wow. We'll talk about that after your next song. So, in case you just joined us, you're listening to Acoustic Songs live from WNJR Studios in Washington, Pennsylvania, at WNJ College, Washington Jefferson College, at 91.7 FM. And we stream live at WNJR.org. And we have Amy Andrews here playing some tunes for us. And Amy, you want to play another tune?
Absolutely. This song is called Won't You? And this is my mother's favorite songs of all of my songs. Normally when I ask her to help me make a set list at a show, she'll request a bunch of Bob Dylan songs as if I'm a Bob Dylan tribute band. So she's like, why don't you put Don't Think Twice somewhere in there, and also Wagon Wheel, and also Tangled Up in Blue, and also I'm like, Mom, come on. So
Yeah.
this is her favorite of all of my songs, and it's called Won't You. I've been high and I've been low, and I've been waiting on a sign to go. And I am smart, but Lord, I'm such a fool when it comes to you. Would you forgive this? Would you reconsider it? Won't you come home with me tonight? It's only for tonight. Won't you come home with me tonight? It's only for tonight. And I am strong, but ooh, you make me so weak that I can hardly speak. And I am tough, I know, but I am so soft-hearted when I meet your words. Would you forgive this? Would you reconsider it? Won't you come home with me tonight? It's only for tonight. Won't you come home with me tonight? It's only for tonight. I know I ain't got much to give. I know I've already compromised this, but one more chance, I swear, is all I need. And I can make you love me. Won't you come home with me tonight? It's only for tonight. Won't you come home with me tonight? It's only for tonight. It's only for old time's sake.
Very nice song. That's another one I heard that I really liked too.
Thank you.
So, did you go to school in the Baltimore area? Is that?
I went to, I did, well, I'm until college, and then I went to school in Southwest Virginia. But I went to a performing arts middle school and high school, and went to college, not at a conservatory or anything, but for vocal performance. And I always wanted to perform, but I never really saw myself playing my original music.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw myself as kind of like an artist that was going to communicate other people's messages through performance.
Yeah, I saw that you did musical theater.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you obviously have trained yourself in your voice, because I could tell just like when people come in and sing, they don't necessarily know how to use the mic or something to that effect. And yeah, your voice is just. I could see the Patty Griffin. Patty Griffin.
I adore
influence.
Patty Griffin.
Yeah, yeah.
I adore her.
And I was trying to put my finger on it, but you have your own unique sound. Kind of in that.
I
same.
had a drunken flight attendant once tell me that I was like the female Elvis. I don't know how accurate that is, but I really appreciated it at the time Elvis. And even now. So
there you go. You can put that as a blurb on your song, That's pretty
Drunken
cool.
flight attendant says Amy Andrews is the female Elvis.
There you go. Yeah, a little blurb on there. So as far as living down in the South, when you first got down there, did you have an idea of what was happening in the Atlanta area? Because it still is a kind of a place for musicians to gravitate to, because of REM and a lot of people have come out of Atlanta.
Yeah, definitely. And there are so many venues, and there are so many songwriters there that either don't want to go to Nashville but still want to write in sort of like a folk or country or acoustic Americana roots style, but kind of still be near Nashville a little bit. So there's a huge group of Americana type singer-songwriters there, and a big loving community for artists. Mm-hmm. But when we were touring down there as a trio, we would hit up a lot of folky listening rooms like Eddie's Attic, and Eddie Owen of Eddie's Attic is no longer associated with Eddie's Attic. He has his own venue called Red Clay Foundry.
Okay.
Red Clay Foundry in Duluth, and he had Patty Griffin last year. So it's a larger venue. It's less of a listening room and more of a concert hall, but people like Eddie Owen are just so supportive of artists that it was the first time I had ever found anything like that.
That's cool.
So,
so the Red Clay Theater, is that something different?
Actually, no, that's their new name.
Oh, okay. So that's
it was the Red Clay Theater.
That's where
now they're turning into like a part music school, sort of like Club Hasim. They're becoming more of a nonprofit. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot going on there. That's
cool. So that's your latest record. In case everybody wants to check it out, go to Amy's website at amyandrewsmusic.com, which I did find there are other Amy Andrews out there.
It's true. There are many. There's another Amy Andrews in Atlanta who is a playmate that when I look up who's tweeting about Amy Andrews, it's often Amy Andrews Atlanta playmate Amy Andrews. So it's like an NSFW sort of situation. If you're looking up Amy Andrews in Atlanta.
And there's
and it's obviously not me.
There's a newscaster or something like that.
Yes, there's a Fox newscaster who has a huge fan base. Actually, I think she might be a meteorologist. It's just like so funny to me that there's such a huge following for this Fox
could tap
newscaster.
Into that, like steal some of the tweets.
Well, are you familiar with these live streaming concerts, like Concert Windows, Stage It, things like that?
Yeah.
One of those auto-populates videos so that when people go online and they're saying, oh, Amy Andrews is playing tonight at 9 p.m., a live streaming concert, let's see what videos are attached to that name. They automatically populate this video of her just sitting on a couch talking about, I think it might be Chicago news. And I keep saying, please don't. That's definitely not me. People don't want to be misled in that way. And it just keeps auto-populating. So, I mean, that might just be my plight. Like, I'm just going to be completely eclipsed by all of these other really incredible Amy Andrewses.
Amy Andrews, singer, songwriter, and here's the weather.
I should just do that from now on.
She's the Al Roker of singer-songwriters. Oh, it's funny. Yeah, I was looking, I did a search, and that was one of the first things that popped up, which I thought was funny. But you were saying Ms. Magazine. My mom was a single parent, raised 4 kids, and she did the Gloria Steinem thing like back in the day. Mm-hmm. She had like the long hair and the whole bit, she was definitely.
That's
like,
awesome.
Yeah. But then as she got older, she kind of like changed, and I was like, who are you? I mean, I don't, she was this like feminist lady, that as she got older, she kind of like got married and it was like, I was like, go get me a beer. I was like, what? That's your husband? I'm like, what the heck? What happened to that Gloria Steinem, lady? So yeah,
she's still in there, I'm sure.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She's definitely in there, and she's influenced everybody that I know in our family. She's just the real go-getter, put herself through college, all that good stuff, put herself through college, raised 4 kids, and, so hard work,
Yeah.
So we have time for, we want to do another song.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cool. And in case you just joined us, this is Acoustic Songs Live from WNJR, and we have Amy Andrews here in the studio. What do you want to play for us?
This is going to be the Moon song, and I actually, speaking of REM, I wrote the song while I was driving to Athens one night from Atlanta, and I saw this incredible full moon through the trees, and I was just so excited to pull over and text and tweet and call people and tell them to get off their phones and go outside and actually look at the sky. And when I got to the next intersection, I was like, that is the most amazing Shell gasoline sign I have ever seen in my entire life. But I wrote this love song for the moon anyhow, so I hope you enjoy it.
Okay, thanks.
Have you seen the moon tonight? Have you seen the sky alight? Have you seen the moon tonight? Baby, take a walk with me. I don't know where this story goes. I don't know, no, I don't know where I'd be without you here with me. Have you seen the moon tonight? Have you seen the sky alight? Have you seen the moon tonight? Baby, take a walk with me. I don't think too much about losing your love. Oh, what a waste to give time to things that I can't change. So far you walk away. Have you seen the moon tonight? Have you seen the sky alight? Have you seen the moon tonight? Baby, take a walk with. Baby, take a walk with. Baby, take a walk with me.
Very nice song.
Thank you.
Yeah, and the moon is like full tonight. It was last night. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Have a farm and went outside. It was like, wow, look at that.
Oh man.
Yeah. So one of the things that when you submitted for this through Sonic Vids, I think I was telling you, is that I went to your website and I saw Tree Hugging Troubadour.
Yeah.
And it was funny because on my singer-songwriter site, it's making music, hugging trees. So I had
It was
laugh.
fate.
I was like, okay, she's definitely gonna get on the show. If she's just halfway good, but then you ended up being like really great. I was like, wow, this is cool. So your activism, I was checking out, some of the things that you've done as far as your activism. If you want to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I played at the University of Mississippi back in the spring, and they asked me about why I considered myself an activist when there wasn't a lot of activism in my music. And I was kind of taken aback because I do a lot of benefit shows. It's not necessarily in my music or apparent in my music that I'm an environmentalist or a feminist, maybe. But especially not when I do things like I like big butts. When I do my cover of I like big butts. I'm just joking. But
Oh, no.
but I should do that song. Make a mental note of that. No, but I do a lot of benefit concerts because I feel like that's a way in which I can give back.
Yeah.
And, you know, I may not have a lot of time, and I want to contribute in some way to an organization that I think does incredible work. And so that's a way I can give back. Whether it's performing at an event that, you know, otherwise wouldn't have music, and I can, you know, add that to their event, but also I can get in front of an audience that has a shared value or belief system, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I can say, you know, these people are my people because this is a room full of people at a feminist community center, or this is a group of people at an HSUS event,
Mm-hmm.
and they can say, hey, we like this girl, or maybe we don't really like this girl, but she's also an ardent, enthusiastic animal rights person. And so, like, that's something. That sounds terrible. But I think that's the way in which I can give back. And also I can bring people out who are already fans of what I do, regardless of whether they're even aware of my beliefs, and they can throw money at an organization that's the way in which I can help.
Yeah. I couldn't have, I feel the same way. I'd rather play in front of a group of like-minded individuals.
Absolutely.
You know, that appreciate, might not agree completely about what, maybe if I write a politically based song or something, but and I also think sometimes, you know, getting in front of not so much a hostile audience, but maybe somebody that may have different views, and you can at least talk about it, you know, because I don't think we do that enough, you know. Mm-hmm. Really. It's like, I don't know, the news stations have divided us into left and right, you know, and you know, it's just a lot of like this election was really a good example of that. Just you know, blaming one side, each side blaming each other, and mm-hmm. nothing seems to get done. But yeah, and it causes that you believe in, like animal rights. You know, I saw that you're very involved in that, and environmental stuff. You do some of that too, mm-hmm. also. Yeah. It's I think climate change is probably the biggest thing that we're going to have to deal with in generations to come. So I don't think everybody knows how late we are in the game, you know, mm-hmm. until
or how every single one of us is going to be affected.
Yeah.
Like regardless of, I mean, just to hear you say, like, we've been made to feel like we're so divided, right. And it's like, no, because all of these things affect all of us. Whether even you doubt that climate change exists, you know what I mean? You're not going to be, just because you doubt that it exists doesn't mean that you aren't going to be affected by it, because it really does exist.
I saw a quote, Rachel Maddow had said that it isn't left and right, it's actually into people that care and people who don't care. And a lot of people don't care, you know, if it doesn't affect them, they don't care, you know, mm-hmm. until something happens, like their house is underwater, like Katrina, then it doesn't matter to mm-hmm. them. And I think that's probably it's kind of really selfish, you know, when mm-hmm. you think about it in terms of, you know.
It's selfish, and it's so incredibly foolish to think that it won't happen to you.
Yeah.
That you won't be affected in some small or great way.
Yeah. So, you know, and I guess the couple generations from now, those are the people that are going to have to actually deal with it much more than we are at this point. So that's what I try to think of. I try to think of my grandkids, you know, what they're going to have to deal with, and kind of go out and play songs hoping to, you know, raise awareness for something. And because the political process is pretty much broken down and right at this point. So I don't know what the answer is, but, you know. And that's kind of a downer of a topic, but in case you just joined us, you're listening to Acoustic Songs Live here at WNJR Studios at Washington and Jefferson College. We're at 91.7 FM and streaming live at WNJR.org. And Amy Andrews has been here in the studio from Baltimore. And I guess you have a show tonight? Too?
I do. I have a house concert in Indiana.
So that's a private thing. It's not a...
It's not. It's actually open to the public. It is at a shop in Indiana, which I will tell you the name of as soon as I remember it.
Okay, that's okay. So you're going to be playing in Indiana,
Yes.
which is everybody in this area probably knows where that's located, because it's kind of like a very strange, Indiana, Pennsylvania. What? A state? You are going from Washington, Pennsylvania
Oh
to
my gosh,
Indiana,
I didn't even notice that.
Pennsylvania, which is like, two different states and a city.
Right.
Yeah, it's really confusing. So, but did you find? Do you remember where it is? Okay, yeah, okay, you can tell us later. But so she's playing a house concert tonight in Indiana, Pennsylvania, and she'll tell us in a few minutes when she remembers. And do you want to do another song?
I would love to.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to actually play a song that I haven't really rehearsed. Is that okay?
Yeah,
This is
that's
a safe
fine.
space.
It's safe.
Okay.
It is.
This is called Radium Girls. And I don't know, should I just spare everyone the history lesson?
No, that's whatever
Okay.
you want to. Whatever you want to
So-
do. It's up to you. You're performing.
Well, the Radium Girl, it was a name given to women that worked for U.S. Radium in the first quarter half of the last century, and specifically given to several women who tried to sue U.S. Radium for hazardous work conditions. And this is a song I wrote about them. Point your brush and paint that dial. Point your brush and paint that dial with a smile. Point your brush and paint that dial. The chemical's gonna make you die. But point your brush and paint that dial with a smile, girl. Calling all young ladies with your delicate hands. How's a job sound for you and your friends? Painting timepieces and tools that glow for the boys that wore good, safe work, making 18 a week or more. Point your brush and paint that dial. Point your brush and paint that dial with a smile. Use your lips to make the brush tip fine. Have a taste of what is known as liquid sunshine. Paint your nails, your teeth, your hair. Rose your cheeks. What's a bit of radioactivity? Point your brush and paint that dial. Point your brush and paint that dial with a smile. Point your brush and paint that dial. The chemical's gonna make you die. But point your brush and paint that dial with a smile, girl. When your friends grow ill, their brittle bones breaking, the company will label them liars, muckrakers, warning peacefully. There's a line of girls waiting for your empty seat. Point your brush and paint that dial. Point your brush and paint that dial with a smile. Point your brush and paint that dial. The chemical's gonna make you die. But point your brush and paint that dial with a smile, girl. Radium girl with flowers in your hair. No teeth to speak of, too weak to raise your hand. Place it on a Bible and testify against people who'd rather see you die than let the truth out there. Point your brush and paint that dial. Point your brush and paint that dial. One landmark court case out in corporate greed. The fools who think their money buys immunity, they'll poison our soil, water, crops, everything, everything. Haven't we learned anything? Point your drill and crack the sky. Fracture shale for the prize inside. Companies say it's safe, no toxins, they never lie. Point your drill, set the water on fire. Point your brush and paint that dial with a smile, girl.
Cool. I remember that now. Reading about that, they would just put the.
I know it's
glow.
really not good for like radio. The image of like the women licking the paintbrushes.
Oh. Yeah. Oh no, just the watches they worked on. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Mhm.
I was trying to.
Yeah.
When
What was it? Timex.
Yeah.
I mean, it's now Timex. It wasn't Timex then.
Yeah.
But that glowing, that like iridescent
Glow in the
bluish
dark.
color that we just all come to just think of as glow in the dark
That yellow
thing.
Yeah.
We don't think of the fact that it used to actually be like radioactive paint that was
Wow.
painted onto watch faces. Actually, I think it started in World War I so that soldiers in the trenches could see like their timepiece. So, so the women in the factories were encouraged to work as quickly as possible, and as a result, they were encouraged to lick the paintbrushes, like put it between their lips and make the brush tip very fine so they could work really quickly, and they were licking it. I think one woman said once every 10 seconds, and she would work 8 to 10 hour days, and so they were just consuming radioactive
Oh my.
paint all day long.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Around here, it's coal mining and black lung. I mean, there's just so many things that you could do for a living that. I mean,
Are incredibly hazardous.
even working on a fracking rig. There was one around here that exploded, and one guy died, but well explosion. There's always something going on, a truck overturning, or a whole stream killed all the fish in an entire stream with an algae bloom, and they said it wasn't caused by fracking, but the algae is actually native to, I think it was Louisiana, something like that. So it makes you wonder. I think what happened is they were dumping the fracking waste, injecting it into an abandoned well, and it leaked out of the abandoned well into the stream, and just killed all the fish in the entire stream for like 50, 75, 100 miles. It's a dead zone. It's starting to come back.
There are so many cleaner, greener, safer, more sustainable energy alternatives.
Yeah. Well, the good thing that happened out of this election is that we got rid of our governor, which was like the worst Pennsylvania governor we've ever had. Tom Corbett, he was, the fracking industry basically had in his back pocket. You know, they had
That's sick.
Yeah, so they that kind of started under the last administration, but then this they just went full tilt, and so hopefully the next governor isn't going to be. He's already promised a severance tax on it. We were the only state that didn't have a severance tax on gas drilling, so there wasn't even any benefit. Plus, the governor cut like $1 billion from education and the arts. He got rid of a bunch of arts programs.
He sounds like a prince. Why didn't you like him, Mitch?
Nobody.
Why didn't you like him?
Nobody did. He had no chance of being reelected. I think he was the only governor in the state of Pennsylvania, incumbent governor, that was not reelected in the history, which goes back, quite a bit. So something like that. Yeah, he was horrible. So we're hopefully, cross your fingers. Nowadays, everybody just, as far as any particular industry, comes down to, they say jobs, which I think we could put a lot of people to work with solar and wind,
Definitely.
Yeah. So that was a cool song. It was about, it kind of tied the two, the radium painting into the fracking stuff too, because it's radioactive stuff that's coming up out of the ground when they frack. It's this. I don't know if it's radium. It's like radon, the same type of stuff.
Not to get up on a soapbox about this, but to get up on a soapbox about this, why do I feel like e-cigarettes are the fracking of the human body? I feel like I'm seeing them everywhere now. I'm sorry, that is such a weird tangent, but I just think of this weird, mysterious chemical concoction that people are just putting into their bodies, not caring what's happening to them.
Yeah, just for
and it's fun. It comes in fun, different flavors too. And
just
also
for the nicotine. Yeah.
Yeah, and also they are allowed to use them in public places now.
Yeah. I don't know.
Anyway, I'm sorry about that, but that I guess is going to be my next song. I'm going to have to write an anti-e-cigarette song.
It is kind of strange how it just took off, and they're everywhere now. Any kid, kids, teenagers, that was always the thing. You start smoking when I started smoking in high school.
Oh no, are you an e-cigarette guy?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I quit. I smoked
good for you.
I don't know. I wasn't really a big smoker, but you started in high school. It's like you're trying to be cool kind of thing, And that's what it is, I think, now.
Yeah.
It's maybe it's a little bit easier for them to do it because you can't really detect that it's going on. It's just vapor.
Yeah. Although, there have been cases already of young children consuming the little refillable chemical concoctions that they have, because they're bubblegum flavored or blueberry flavored and cotton candy flavored, and so it's just insane to me.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Yeah. I'm a pretty organic kind of person, so I want to know what's going into my body.
Exactly.
The closer that it is to my garden, the better it is. Yeah. Nah, not into that. So you want to do another tune for us?
Yeah.
Cool. And I did look online. I think it's called Because Beautiful. Is that the name?
That is it. Thank you so much.
I would just say, hey, I have a computer here in front of me. I could probably figure this out.
I don't know where I put my phone.
Oh.
Mitch and everyone maybe listening on the radio.
Yeah?
I'm
you
sorry.
dialed?
I don't know where it went.
Oh.
If someone could call me, I'm just joking.
Yeah, not probably right now.
Yeah. Don't call me right now. So this is a song, it's called All My Days, and when I still had a desk job and I was living in Baltimore, I worked at Johns Hopkins, and I worked there with a traveling nurse who told me a story of falling in love in the Carolinas while she was there for work, and it was just such a beautiful story that I decided to set it to song, so I hope you enjoy it. Take me down to the river and hold my hand. In the shade of the mountains that made us. Take me down to the water where first we began, and hold my hand. I've been waiting for you for so long, since the Carolina thunder's been calling. I've been waiting for you for all my days, all my days for you. Been so long since I'd known the warmth of a word, till New England graced the land of my birth. Take me down to the water where first we met, and hold my hand. I've been waiting for you for so long, since the Carolina thunder's been calling. I've been waiting for you for all my days, all my days for you. I've been waiting for you for so long, since the Carolina thunder's been calling my name. I've been waiting for you for all my days, all my days for you, all my days for you.
Awesome tune. That's so nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it sounds really great through the headphones. I'm hoping it sounds great out there in radio land. So I just got a message from the department chair here, the communications guy, Dr. Anthony Fleury. He's also the radio station manager, and they're doing a play here in a couple of weeks called These Shining Lives, which is about the women who work painting watches.
No. No.
Yeah.
Wait, did he hear us talking about it?
Yeah, he was listening.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
that's incredible.
Yeah, a couple weeks. It's called These Shining Lives. That's a weird
That is
coincidence.
amazing.
Yeah. So Because Beautiful is a new venue, I guess.
Well, it's an art studio, I think, that is going
Okay.
to maybe start having music regularly.
Okay. It's at 21 South 7th Street in Indiana, PA. So everybody listening, our listening audience kind of goes to the south of Pittsburgh. So Indiana, I don't think people in Indiana could pick us up unless they're listening to the stream. But anybody south of Pittsburgh that's listening right now, go check out Amy tonight. This is an open house concert. Most house concerts are private, so yeah, this is a open to the public, and it's looks like downtown Indiana, which is a cool place. Anyway, so you're on tour right now, I take it, right?
A little bit.
Little bit, yeah. Where are you going after here?
After here, I'm going up to Rochester, and I'm going to Boulder Coffee in Rochester, and then I'm heading over to College of St. Rose in Albany, and playing in New Hampshire and Maine, and then heading back.
So you're definitely going on a Northeast tour.
Definitely.
Get up here before it gets too cold.
I love the cold. Give me more cold.
Yeah, that's why I can't live in like Florida or something like that, because I hate the heat and humidity. It's just
It's insufferable.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the humidity if it's like freezing cold and there's just snow and it's that sort of humidity. Like the air is full of almost snow.
Yeah. Somebody sent me a link last night about, because I'm one of those sustainable farming kind of people. I want to, grow my own food and all that and have goats and all that kind of stuff. And they said, oh, here's a place for you down near Gainesville, And it was a double wide trailer, with like 3 acres.
Gainesville's not bad, but it is very far south. I mean, it's in Georgia.
It was like, I don't think so. I don't, I could not take the heat and humidity. Give me a mountain lake.
Why are they not suggesting a place near here?
Oh, it's just a friend of, friend
okay.
that from high school, people I know that lives down there. Like, hey, I found a perfect place for you. 3 acres with goats and like a food forest all around it and stuff.
That's awesome.
And, it sounds cool, but it's
in Gainesville, Georgia. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I could deal with that. I can't deal with the heat anymore. So the Northeast Tour is coming up, and if anybody wants to find Amy Andrews, go to amyandrewsmusic.com, and her live CD, that's the latest one, right, you have out, is available. You can find the link on her website, but it's also on Bandcamp, if anybody knows about that. It's amyandrewsmusic.bandcamp.com. And I was listening to the live album last night. It's really good. I mean, they did an excellent recording of it. I don't think got it right from the board or how they recorded it, but they really did a nice job.
Thank you.
Live recordings sometimes are kind of hit or miss, So, and tonight at Because Beautiful in Indiana, and you want to take us out, like play another tune for us?
Sure.
Okay. It's been great having you here in the studio.
Thank you so much for having me.
We could probably talk for another hour.
Yeah. Well, we're going to go on that tree hugging tour.
Yes.
A music tour of tree hugging locations.
Yes.
So.
I think Earth Day would be a good time.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah. We'll work that out for
right.
April 2015.
Yeah.
This song is called Alone With You, and I recently played it in Baton Rouge to a crowd who thought that I had won a Grammy for it. So that was a very awkward moment for me, wherein they learned that this woman that they had been showering with love and affection for her Grammy did not in fact have one. But I hope you enjoy it despite that. I can't stand to be alone with you. I can't stand to be alone with you. I can barely bear it. 'Cause I wanna be with you, but you won't hear it. So what will it take for you to be swayed? You give the word and I'll fix it today. What might it take for you to have faith? I only say what I mean. I only mean what I say. I can't stand to be alone with you. I can't stand to be alone with you. I can barely bear it. branches bend. Big old trees done been shaped by the wind. Seawater shifts with the moon's permission. And you say that you love me, yet you won't let me in. I can't stand to be alone with you. I can't stand to be alone with you. I can barely bear it. 'Cause I wanna be with you, but you won't hear it. And baby, I'm singing this song for you, but you won't hear it.
Nice. Who did that song?
I'm sorry?
Whose song is that?
That's mine.
Oh, well, awesome.
That's mine, and
Well, what's the Grammy thing? I
have no idea. This promoter advertised this show as Grammy-winning Amy Andrews. I had more openers than any person should ever have. I had, I think, like 5 openers at this show, which should have been a red flag, but I didn't realize until right before I went on stage after all of these people. I'd never played in Baton Rouge before. People were just coming up to me and saying, I love your work. Can I get a picture with you? Things like that. And I was like, this is so weird. And then they introduced me as I went on stage as like, we're so honored to have a Grammy-winning Amy Andrews. You know what? Maybe that Fox newscaster has a Grammy. Maybe that Amy Andrews Fox News too has a Grammy.
There it is. That's it. And they don't know the difference between a Grammy and an Emmy or
right.
or something.
Or a Shmemmy, whatever the local Fox News Emmy is.
Wow. Wow, that would be you should
write a song about it.
Yeah, write a song about it or take advantage of it if you can in any way.
Just start saying allegedly.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming in, and it's been great to have you. And I hope you have a CD so we can get it on the air here. We, try to support the artists that come in and play. And go to Amy's website at amyandrewsmusic.com and check out WNJR.org. And if you want to see the performance here of this that was in the studio, you can go to acousticSongs.com, and that will take you to our YouTube channel. And we'll have a video, audio, podcast, all those things. Thanks again. And we have a stretch here. I've got some space for artists. If you are a singer, songwriter, acoustic artist, you could play an acoustic set. Reach out to me at acousticsongslive@gmail.com. I'm T. Mitchell Bell, your host, and we'll see you next time.